I know this might sound a little crazy, but sometimes, even when things are going really well, our bodies kind of freak out about that. And as somebody with ADHD, one of the thought loops that I can sometimes get caught up in is around productivity. And I notice that when I have a super productive day or super productive string of days, these thoughts will start creeping in around like, yeah, but you can't keep this up. You have ADHD. Tomorrow's going to be a shit day. You've already done way too much this week, right? And I have now going on a 2 week straight, almost 2 weeks straight, where I track my moods every day, where one of my predominant feelings that I've been feeling is productive. And if I'm being honest, I don't recall ever in my life 2 weeks straight feeling this way. And I feel really good about it right now, but I can also feel like, ooh, but this is coming to an end, right? And so I'm going to do some tapping to just signal my body that it is safe. It's safe to be productive, and I don't have to, a streak of productivity doesn't have to mean a month of feeling distracted and unfocused and crazed. So I'm just going to go ahead and note where I'm feeling this. And I also say that what I'm feeling right now, it doesn't feel like anxiety or anything bad. It feels like excitement. It feels like pride. And also, I know myself well enough to know that excitement can quickly turn into overwhelm. And you're never going to go wrong by pausing to tap, whether you are tapping to clear something or you want to tap to reinforce something. So I'm going to acknowledge that. And I'm just kind of getting quiet for a second first. And if you want to follow along with me, go ahead. Do this for yourself. And then open my eyes and tap on the side of my hand. I have had an amazingly productive day today. Even the thing on my calendar that was longer than I expected it to be, all was for the best outcome possible. And I'm feeling proud and excited to keep this up. And I'm giving my body permission to relax, letting it know that productivity is safe. Even though in the past I haven't always been able to keep this up. And there might be a part of me that's worried about how long this has lasted. Does 2 weeks of productivity mean 6 weeks of not being able to focus and feeling distracted? Maybe, maybe not. I'm right here, right now. I'm letting my body know that it is safe to be productive. And it's safe to keep this going. And even though that hasn't always been the case. And there's a part of me that might be worried about keeping this up. Right here, right now, I'm choosing to focus on this moment. I am letting my body know that productivity is safe and we can handle it. I have had an amazing couple of weeks. It's actually been a great start to the year. And sometimes the more productive I am means the less productive I'm about to be. And I'm letting my body know it's safe. It's safe in this productivity. As I'm tapping, I'm realizing that I think this is connected to a fear of burnout that I have had. This fear of, in the past, just working so hard and then just being exhausted by it. And I just want to acknowledge here while I'm tapping that it really feels like my system is knowing, like, hard work doesn't have to lead to burnout. I'm in control of that. And right now, yep, I am being super productive. And some of that is practical. Yes, I almost completely finished a project that I have been working on for a year and a half. Took me about an hour today. So when I say it's taken me a year and a half, that has been a year and a half of like avoiding it and then doing, not instead of forcing myself to get this thing done, like really identifying what are the hurdles in front of me. And what has come from that is this big belief around hard work always leading to burnout. And that's something I needed to do away with. It was in my way of getting to this point. And so now it just feels more and more true that working hard doesn't mean not taking care of myself. Working hard doesn't mean all hours of the day and night. The hardest work I've ever done has been on setting times around my working and having a hard stop in the evenings, regardless of what I'm in the middle of, because I know when I give myself space to regulate and have some time before my husband gets home, that lets all of our days run more smoothly. Because when you're an entrepreneur, I'm sure you know the feeling, and you work from home, I'm sure you know the feeling of a spouse who works in a regular job, coming home and immediately barging into your office and asking about your day and telling you about theirs, and you're still like, motherfucker, I'm working here, right? And so I know for me, when I have a hard time and I'm able to give myself a little walk around the block for a commute and prep for the next day, just take some breaths, we have a much closer night. And so we're just acknowledging that, continuing to tap that in. I'm choosing to let this be my new normal now. I am productive. It's just who I am. Everything I do moves me forward towards my goal. Especially when I drop any judgment around what productivity has to look like. So I'm giving myself permission to feel safe, knowing that I will be able to pick up where I left off in my work. Exactly where and when I want to tomorrow. So for now, I'm giving my body permission to relax. Relaxing into this productive feeling. Relaxing into this feeling of pride in a job well done. Knowing fully that productivity is how I define it. And every day, I allow myself to visualize and dream about my goals. Is a day that leads to productivity and ease. So I'm giving my body permission to relax. Allowing myself to release any stress of the day. Trusting that my ideas will still be there tomorrow. And in fact, with some rest and relaxation tonight, I'm setting the intention that I will be even clearer on my path forward tomorrow. Choosing to feel safe in productivity. Pause there, take a breath. And now I am ready to just close up, go on about my evening. I hope you enjoyed this. Have a productive day.